welcome to the TGS podcast.
Hello.
SOCUK TGS. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Joan Brown. Joan Brown.
Joan Brown.
I'm Joan Brown today.
Joan now for the rest of this month.
Joan, what? I'm now Joan Brown for the rest of the month, apparently. I'm John Brown, otherwise known on
As
the
Joan.
Xbox as Jay Browner.
That's J for Joan.
With me on the wonderful couch of Souch is Mr. Keith Souch.
Hello.
At TGS Souchy Boy, if you're in the mood, and TGS Chimichanga, otherwise known as Ruben Shaw. Welcome back, sir.
Hello.
Hello. What was that?
It was kind of
I don't know. It's like
What it did? It was kind of upsetting, actually. I
was,
feel upset. I feel I need
very-
some sort of
a
psychiatric
very high Muppet.
treatment.
yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon to you, sir. Or good morning, or good evening,
Hi.
wherever you could be in the world listening to this podcast at whatever time. It could be stupid o'clock for you.
It's always stupid o'clock for me.
It's always stupid o'clock for Keith. Keith has no normal time.
Can't escape stupid clock. Stupid clock is everywhere.
Stupid clock is everywhere. It is something we're working on, actually. We will get the clock in as many places as possible. Had an idea for that, actually, with
Have you?
stickers, but yeah,
Okay.
because we're travelling about quite a lot at
that
the
could
moment,
work.
and I was thinking maybe we
Yeah.
need some stickers,
Yeah, I'm driving like a fool.
and we could put them in various locations, and you could look out for the logo. Oh, there's all sorts of things we could do with that. Anyway, in the meanwhile, on screen, we do like to play something whilst you listen to our dulcet tones, and this week, Keith,
We're playing last year's Need for Speed.
okie doke.
Was it this year's? I don't know. It didn't do very well, but which is a shame because it's a
No.
pretty good game.
What
I mean,
is
the
it
problem is
score?
with Need for Speed is it peaked back on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2 with Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that game was
They've never,
spectacular.
ever come close to making a game as good as that.
It was a better movie than the movie.
It was fantastic. It was a great game. Now, we were going to be playing Forza 2, and the reasons for that will be... Forza Horizon 2, and the reason for that will become clear in a second. Because we've got
Yes.
some gaming news. And
Okay.
obviously, we know that Forza Horizon 3 is coming soon. Okay, and this weekend, which unfortunately by the time you're probably listening to this, the weekend was just gone, you might still be able to catch it, is free play days this week for Forza 6, Forza Motorsport 6. I woke up this morning, there it was in my ready to download. I was like, I don't own that. And so downloaded,
Sweet.
played that this morning.
Okay, so what was it? Sorry,
Free play days. So like you get a game that you can play for a few days for free. Happens
nice.
every now and again. Microsoft just chuck one up.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And also we know the September Games for Gold.
Right. Okay. Run it down.
Okay, so the September Games for Gold for Xbox. I still don't know the PlayStation Plus games yet. So they normally hold right to the last minute to let people know
We'll keep you
because they have a
posted, though.
voting system for them. So for Xbox 360, it will be Forza Horizon, and obviously that will also then make
Hey.
Forza Horizon backwards compatible. That's a great game. Like the very first
yeah, it is.
Forza Horizon, I still think is slightly better than Forza Horizon 2. Just a more fun map generally. Also, that'll be running from the 1st until the 15th, and then from the 16th to the end of the month will be the first Mirror's Edge. So
Mirror's
Oh,
Edge.
cool.
How many? Is there 2 of those now?
there's 2 of those now. Yeah.
Catalyst is the new one, isn't
I haven't
it?
really played Catalyst. Ruben has. What do you think
Ruben,
of- what
any
do you think of
good?
Yeah.
it? You didn't
yeah.
play it long.
It's I've played the first one again, so take that how you will. I liked it. It looks great, but personally, I'm not sure the open world works as well as it should. It's open world, but it's not. And the storyline in the first one was just so much better.
If you want to grab the Mirror's Edge Catalyst, you can get it on Xbox Live's offers this week with £30. So
Okay, that's pretty good.
that's not bad.
it's a good deal.
Is it?
They
Like,
chop
they're
another
basically the
fiver off.
campaign,
They
so-
chop another fiver off of that. I'm getting it, but
yeah.
yeah, 30 quid, 25 quid is a good price for a sale.
There was so much hype for Catalyst, though. It looked really good. It looked really strong. I think
They spent too long on it. I think.
Churches even did a single
Yeah.
for it, didn't they? A music video and a single and released
Yeah,
a single copy.
they spent way too much time working on it, and I mean this like from the time they announced it to the time it came out was a very, very long time.
Ugh,
So
it
by
was
the time it
too
came
long.
out, the hype
Yeah.
was kind of gone. So and then it sort of released like with no fanfare. They just
Yeah,
released it. Like
exactly
there was
that.
no
Yeah.
Bit of an anticlimax.
here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. No, I mean like the release itself wasn't really advertised all that much.
Just here it comes, here it is.
Yeah, it was. It'll be out in a couple of years, and then a couple of years later, it's like here it is. So it's like
So, Ruben, are you feeling underwhelmed by it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty, but it doesn't make me want to pick it up over the moment to play. It doesn't go, I'm sticking that in. Let me play that.
yeah.
You found the first one far more interactive, far more playable, enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst. So underwhelming then. Oh dear. What else is what's going on with Games for
I can't
Gold?
remember the name of the bloody first one for the Xbox One. I was just trying to look it up. My phone died.
It's okay. It's all right.
So-
With Tech Gremlin Day, I've had Tech Gremlin Day
mate,
today.
I am. I'm having such a horrible day with my phone today.
Tech Gremlins. They're everywhere.
But yeah,
But
no,
I mean,
I
how
know.
many times have we
The
completed
second
the
one
first
that'll be
one?
out on the 16th on the Xbox One. I'll start with that, which is weird. Will be Assassin's Creed China.
Okay.
Eh?
Have you played this? Have
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, okay.
I like the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games. I think they're good. I really do. I think they're very enjoyable.
Such a wealth of games for
Because I've got because there's 3 parts to the Chronicles for Assassin's Creed, and they're all pretty damn good to be honest.
Is India there?
India and Russia.
Russia, that's it. I was trying to remember the other one. There's so
And,
Assassin's Creed's just become such an empire now, hasn't it? Unto itself.
Oh yeah. There's news on that as well. Apparently, there's going to be an Ezio HD set, so it'll be Assassin's Creed 2, Revelations, and Brotherhood,
Wow.
Oh.
all in
For
one,
Xbox One.
all in one pack. Oh, and EA, who generally have pretty much steered away from doing HD re-releases, reissues.
remakes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, they've now seen that the last year most of the cash has gone to those things, so of course now they're jumping on board.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, of course.
they apparently
They like money.
they are apparently going to be starting with Mass Effect.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Now I know this is news that makes you both very happy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Huge Mass Effect fans. A couple of followers of the show actually are also huge Mass Effect fans, so that's great news all round.
Oh yeah, and the other game is a game I've never heard of, so we can assume it's a brand new release. So that'll be from the 1st all the way till the end of September, and that will be a game called Earthlock, which looks quite magical.
And it's free, right?
Actually, yeah, so it's free. So like, give
It's
it a whack,
free.
innit?
Give
You know,
it a go.
that's your 4 free games.
It's costing you nothing but time.
The thing is the 3 games I've heard of I already own. But that's nothing to worry about. If
But
you,
there are people out there that don't own
that
them. It's
don't
a
own
great
them.
great opportunity
I know.
for those people.
But there's
to-
always that bit of disappointment when you're like, well, I can understand why they've done that game, but I'd quite like a new game as well. You know what I mean? There's that.
You get
So
that.
I like to
Yeah.
restart this race because I had to look up that information.
Yeah, that's fine. It looks so good. Need for
I
Speed.
wish this sort of it wasn't always at night.
See, I didn't play this all the way through. It's all very much at night.
Oh, it's all at night.
All at night, really?
Is it always at night? Ah, I was hoping that one day.
I've
get
never
to
seen it
Sunday.
in day, and I played a lot.
One day,
I'm deficient now.
I'll get a
Vitamin deficient.
day
Yeah.
and some daylight.
Hmm.
Need
I
for
mean,
Speed
remember that
Vampire.
Need for Speed Underground? That was always at night, wasn't it? And then like we came out
Yeah.
into the daylight again with Most Wanted, and that was beautiful.
Need for
And I
Speed
was like, oh, that's
Lost Boys.
fantastic. But that's kind of what I like about Forza is the day moves. With Forza Horizon, the day moves. You know. So I played Forza 6 today, obviously because it was free this morning.
Yup.
Meh.
Meh.
Again, there's something about the motorsport ones. Like, I know there are a lot of people that like racing simulations, but for me, they're just like racing games, just less fun.
See, Horizon's your favourite, isn't it? You edge towards Horizon.
Yeah, well, I used to be like completely loyal to Need for Speed because again, it used to be worth having, but they just lost their way. And I used to love Burnout. Like,
Burnout's amazing.
yeah, Criterion, you need to get back on making Burnout games, please. That would be lovely. If EA are listening, another one. Or just give me a fucking HD re-release of Revenge and Takedown, and I will be very, very happy.
I love Revenge. Like, so playable. There's something very satisfying about driving a car at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, yeah,
And yet,
definitely.
alarmingly, very on point with control,
Yeah.
despite going at that speed. So fun.
Did you
So
see
much
our
fun.
car, by the way?
I do now. Now it's right in front of me. You had the other view on recently. This is very cool. Look at that. Right there on screen. Our very own customised car. With the web address on the back. So save me saying it. Just look on screen. There it is.
Yeah.
With the YouTube address. You can find out more. Previous podcasts. Lots of laughs galore. And other stuff that might disturb you.
But again, there's been some new releases shown up. Upcoming releases shown at the recent Gamescom. It's mainly from Sony, who seem to just be developing a shit ton of games at the moment.
Do it really well.
Yeah. Admittedly, like most of them are smaller games, but that doesn't take away. There's no such thing as a small game anymore. I'm pretty sure. You know, some of these games end up being the best thing we've ever played.
Recent examples of which include...
Well, I always say my always go-to example for that is Shadow Complex. Like, where the fuck is Shadow Complex?
Oh,
2?
wow.
Like,
Yeah, that was so good.
I love Shadow Complex.
A little tricky though, but
Well, it got a HD remake recently, so I'm kind of hoping it'll get a Shadow Complex 2. Like,
that'd be nice. Was it successful, the HD remake?
yeah, it's perfect. It's
Okay.
just an excuse for me to play it through again.
Lovingly.
Yeah. Which was funny because when they released it in HD, I had just done a full playthrough because it was backwards compatible again, and then like a week later it came out in HD, so I bought it again and I did it all over again.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I don't know how many times I've played that game through from beginning to end.
And that is all on our YouTube, isn't it?
It is. We've got all
The
of that
entire
on our
playthrough.
YouTube.
So if you revisiting Shadow Complex, want to play it again, by all means visit the playthroughs if you're stuck on a few things. The web address, the link for the YouTube is on the back of the car on the screen. Give that a look.
Yeah,
It's right there. Thank you for making that much easier. For
I
me.
know. It's cool, isn't it?
It's very cool. At all times you can see our YouTube address, which is great.
But yeah, so
It's right there on the bumper.
So-
Spoiler alert.
So,
On the back of the car.
all right. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to spoil anything today, apart from maybe my dinner.
So I've been playing Deus Ex. I bought the game,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Mankind Divided. Yeah.
and yeah, and it's fantastic.
I actually went back
Um,
after what we talked about the last couple of weeks.
You weren't going to
and,
revisit it.
And I went and did. Was it Deus Ex?
Deus
Human
Ex,
something, Human Revolution or something
Human
like
Evolution, Revolution.
Some-
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I went back and I started that again.
That's a good shout because this one is fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
No?
Really?
No.
No.
Like maybe at the
Okay.
time it looked great, but now it really doesn't.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
the cutscenes are really soft shaded,
All
like
right.
soft lenses and all the rest of it. It's just, and when it is crisp, you realise like just how actually cheap it looks.
On HD, playing it.
Well, I can say
Yeah.
this one doesn't look like that.
No, I
Uh,
bet it doesn't.
obviously
That's
they-
what tells
they're
about this
working.
one.
They're working
Tell us
on
about
this
it.
engine.
sell it to me,
They,
Ruben.
they've done a. Well, the beginning I was almost unsold on it because they do this recap thing. Do you want a recap on the previous games? Because
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? It's been
one or
ages
two,
since you've
yeah.
played it.
And I think, yeah, sure, ages. Why not? 15 minutes later, like I kid you not.
After
It's a
dinner,
15
3-course meal,
Yeah.
various cups of
Okay,
coffee.
yeah, but
Oh,
how
I
long
just
did you
wa- I
spend
just-
playing
I
the
just wanna
first
play
game?
my game.
How long did you spend playing the
Yeah.
first game?
Yeah.
So,
hours.
Is
Hours,
15 minutes
hours,
kind of okay?
hours and
An
hours.
okay time?
It was okay, but I just kind of wanted to get into it and play it. But for anybody that's forgotten, it's the perfect kind of wrap-up story
Yeah.
on all.
Previously on
And so it
Deus
gets-
Ex.
So
Yeah.
it starts you in Dubai. You're in a broken down hotel, fighting guys that are all augmented like you. You're on a. I think it's
You're on
2028.
a path to lose all your previous powers and abilities.
Yes. Yes, much like the other games.
Gaming
And then you
tropes.
gotta. Yeah, and then you gotta get
Can they
them
at
all
least
again. I still
explain
haven't
why
got them
you've
yet.
lost all your
Yeah.
powers and abilities? Like, 'cause I hate when they don't
Yes,
do that. They do.
there was a bomb, and for some reason,
There was a bum.
it messed. Yeah, there was a bomb or a bum.
Because
and,
Arkham's really bad for that, right? Like,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
play an Arkham game. It's like Batman's turned up, but I forgot my grappling hook. I forgot my
Oh,
batarangs. Like,
Stuff that he'd never forget ever in a million years.
he just hasn't got it anymore. But it's okay.
Oh.
Alfred will send it to you bit by bit, not all in one go.
Bit by bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have forgotten. I've got these jam trousers.
And it's like, give us a reason why you can't get this stuff a little bit, like, you know. But there we
So
go.
basically, you are Batman because you get all these gadgets and you get to do lots of detecting and hacking and
Like
you know.
like a Bond Batman combo.
Yeah, it's really fun, and I expected to play for an hour and then go do some work.
Yeah, no, I
and
saw you were
half a
pretty
day
much all
later-
day. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
was like-
that's good on a playability level, right? You were hooked.
Yeah,
You were sucked
Yeah,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it works.
I mean, maybe I'll be
So-
alright with Deus Ex, but I've only managed to just get back to where I was. So, like, it kind of feels like a chore.
Oh wow! After for those that missed it in
Thanks,
the previous podcast, Matt, because of Matt, Keith
Yeah.
lost his love for Deus Ex.
Yeah,
Because Matt played
and didn't like,
save
save a different file. He saved over my save file.
and just
Screwed it.
yeah. The pooch was well.
So
and truly
maybe
raped.
I'll give it a go because I wanted to play it to see whether I'd be interested in the next one. Would I need to
Yeah.
have played this one to play that one? Do you think?
no.
Because
No, I don't.
you got fucking 10-year recap, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It's massive. It tells you
That's
everything.
true, I
and
can
you
watch
enjoy
a-
it just as much.
What's the
Yeah.
15-minute recap?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Maybe if I get it in a sale or something. I'm not in any rush.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
other
sure
Ruby-
it'll-
stuff for
I'm
me.
sure it'll-
Give us the positives and the negatives. What are the negatives? Start with the negatives. Any negatives?
I haven't found any yet.
you haven't found any? Okay,
It
that's
plays
good. And
well.
all the
It
positives?
works well.
All the
Looks
positives.
pretty,
then.
runs at a mixture between 30 and 60 frames a second, cuts nicely between cutscenes, drags you into the story. You'll be there really all day, I think.
Very playable, very
Um,
addictive.
Very playable. And the guy's voice is just like, is such a hero voice, deep, dark, grisly, he's the hero. He's basically Batman.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what are we saying? Buy the shit out of this game?
Yes, buy it now.
Buy it now. It's out now. Now. Do it now.
it now.
Do it
Now.
now. Available
Now.
on all sizes of screen, depending on the size of yours.
Right,
well,
so
hey.
computer games aren't the only thing like dealing with remakes, are they? You know what I mean?
No.
Movies, been doing it for ages. And remember a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about, do we need a TV license? Should we be paying for the TV license?
I do.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think, and I said, like, quote from like a government representative, that the BBC have been told they have to take a stance on making much better programming.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So what have they
Yeah.
announced this week?
Go on.
They are going to be remaking Keeping Up Appearances.
Oh dear.
They are going to be remaking Porridge, which is fucking sacrilege. And they're going to be doing what's the fucking thing with John Inman and that old tart talking about her pussy all day long?
Oh.
What?
John Inman.
Are you being served?
Are you being served? That's it.
There.
Oh, really?
I'm free.
So basically, and I don't think that's it. I think there's
Why?
more as well. Why?
So they're rebooting everything, basically.
Well, the thing is that style of comedy wouldn't work today, with the exception of Porridge, which works because Porridge exists and you can watch Porridge. For anyone not listening, Porridge, if you haven't ever seen it, it's prison comedy. Like, cause people from other countries might not have seen it.
Yeah.
Starring Ronnie Barker, one of the greatest comedians and comedy writers that Britain's ever had to offer. And you can ask any British comedian, and he'll be on their list of top guys. And it was perfect. It was sultry, it was funny, it was sarcastic, and at the same time, the show had some heart as well. It was spot on.
Also featured Kate Beckinsale's dad.
Yes, it did, and
Godba.
David Jason was in it from time to time as well.
Yep. It was a perfect
Okay.
example of British comedy.
Yeah,
Perfect example. And now it's being rebooted and remade.
it doesn't. I don't-
You
I
pay
can't even
TV
find the
license for
words.
this.
yeah, you know what I mean.
So pay your TV license so that you can get rehashes of old stuff that you can already get on DVD that was
Have
much
we
better.
as a society just become so fucking lazy that we can't think of anything new at all?
I see now this is criminal. Because I already told you about the Ben-Hur thing and how somebody walked into the office, saw my passes for Ben-Hur and went, really? All the talent, and originality and original work that goes unnoticed in the world, and people are acting like they've run out of ideas.
I'm fully aware, like, that it's kind of ironic that I'm saying that, but at the same time, the thing I'm probably most excited for on new TV in the next coming year is like the TV remake of the movie Westworld,
which is HBO,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's also produced by Abrams and written by Jonathan Nolan.
Okay. Now this is a great combo,
which is
previously
very well, like on previous shows,
such as Person of Interest.
Yeah, for example, like
which
they had
is
me
exceptional.
At that. And just looking at the trailers for it, it looks fantastic. And Westworld is one of those weird classics. I think it starred James Brolin, didn't it?
Yeah, but here's the difference.
And Yul Brynner starring as a robot version of himself from The Magnificent Seven.
Here's the thing with that, though. You're not. No. You're not wrong. You're on the right path there, because these television shows you speak of on the BBC are being remade by the BBC.
Oh yeah, on the BBC.
Whereas Westworld is more along the Dusk Till Dawn vibe of adapt it into a television show so we can explore it more.
With this is why people didn't complain about Dusk Till Dawn. And the people say, why isn't anyone really complaining about Lethal Weapon? If they remade Lethal Weapon as a movie series, I would be first in line with complaints
exactly.
like you need to leave that the fuck alone.
Yeah.
But a TV universe is something different entirely. Even if you do use the same character names, which you don't really have to, but even if you do, that's fine. And I think because it's a TV show, it leaves the movies alone. You know, so I'm really looking forward to Lethal Weapon as well.
I am.
But it could go terribly wrong, a la Rush Hour.
I'm the biggest fan of
that was
awesome.
awesome.
So surely I would have been the first person to go, this is sacrilege. But I agree with the policy that television and television series allow you more opportunity.
It's the very first
and more
18
room
certificate movie I ever owned, Lethal Weapon.
To explore, which is now 15, ironically.
I know, it's gone down to 15, but it was an 18.
What?
So it's still rated R.
Yeah, it's 15 now.
Yeah, the box set is 15, so they're all 15.
They brought it down because it obviously had to be reclassified when they looked at it again on Blu-ray. But yeah, that happened. But no,
in this day and age, does it do anything in that movie that warrants an 18? Not really.
No,
Doesn't do anything
titties and drugs.
Like it's just a comedy that at that time that sort of thing was probably just getting stamped 18 across everywhere because it was the 80s and Mary Whitehouse was an old cunt. I'm not wrong. There are probably loads of 18s from back then
that don't deserve to be 18s.
Yeah.
Well, look at Turtles. The entire British version of the Turtles movie, it was just all weapons were cut, weren't they?
Yeah.
To a point, like where possible,
well,
they
the
were
fact that
shaded.
even that we couldn't, because of Mary Whitehouse in this country, we couldn't even call them Ninja Turtles. They had to be Hero Turtles.
Exactly right.
I got told that. I thought that was a joke.
No, it's
not
a
a
thing.
joke. It's an
That happened. Look it up. Look it up. Look up your.
Look up.
80s
Mary
culture.
Whitehouse is a cunt, and you'll be able to find it.
Okay.
Like, and I'm sorry, I don't ever use that word, but Jesus Christ, that old bag needed to be put down.
Do you remember the satire comic Oink?
No, I remember lots of satire comics. But
Way
not
back in
Oink.
the day, there was a satire comic called Oink, and it was kind of like a cross between, I don't know, it was like this weird blend of Private Eye and Viz. But
Okay.
but kind of, there were all pigs in it and stuff. But Mary Whitehouse used to, I may be calling this, bearing in mind, I'm trying to remember something from like the mid 80s. But it was very funny. Look it up, Google it, Oink. And constantly they would go to town with Mary Whitehouse abuse and jokes.
Well, but Mary Whitehouse did some good because without Mary Whitehouse, we probably wouldn't have Evil Dead 2 or like any of that sort of stuff. And Sam Raimi would be that as successful as he became because Evil Dead was the first film that got classified as a video nasty, and that gave it
Status.
so much status that it might not have got if it hadn't been controversial and those sort of things. You know, obviously that news got spread around the world.
So people wanted it.
And then everybody wanted to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks to her
Yeah.
it made a star of Sam Raimi, which is and Bruce Campbell.
So yeah.
As a
So
result.
she was the person that classified.
No.
She decided.
No.
No.
She was a random old
Oh.
bird that the government started listening to.
What?
Yeah.
So she had no power.
Well, but she had all the power by the end, and then it got taken away from her.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was like a crusading old witch
Irony.
who decided
Evil
what
Dead.
people could and couldn't watch. by not watching any of it herself.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Evil Dead, that's horrible. Lethal Weapon, oh, that's about murder and drugs and titties.
So yeah, a lot of the BBFC stuff got certificated by rules that were changed due to her, as opposed to rules that are enforced now. So a lot of stuff did get reclassified.
BBFC is slightly more relaxed these days.
I don't know how the hell Jaws never got reclassified back then though.
Yeah, because that was a PG.
Still is a PG. If you buy it now, it says it's a 12 on the box, but then you look at the back of the box, it says only the extra features warrant the 12 certificate.
Okay, so still a PG.
Still a PG, yeah.
Still a PG. Yeah, don't be confused by the 12 on the box.
Yeah, always check what the 12 is for.
It's usually extra features. Well, there are some things on there, like certain Bond releases, weren't there, that got...
Yeah, like you
things.
could release a Disney movie, right, as a Universal, but if in the making of they're saying fuck and twat every other 2 seconds, it's going to get an 18, isn't it? When we were making the fucking twatting line, twat, you know, I mean, it's you know, then it's going to get an 18 certificate.
We're not even halfway through and you've used both of the unusable words.
I know, I've used both the unusable words. God, I hope to God my mum don't listen to this one. This will be the one she decides I'm going to listen to this one all the way through.
Yep, it's going to be this one.
She may claim she does, but I'm sure she's lying.
We'll
soon find out.
You're going to message from your mum, right? Hi, Mum. How you doing?
We will soon find out.
We will see. But you're going to get some abuse, boy.
Yeah.
Well, no, you'll get a Keith Grant Souch message.
But yeah, so what sort of thing do you think the BBC is capable of? Again, as I was saying before, like give more money and a better budget to say more episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
not many more, but if you're doing 13 episodes already, right, and just give a little bit more, you know, get a few more out there.
and you're in league with BBC America, who in America they're used to 22, 23 episodes anyway.
Yeah,
Do that.
Well,
I'd quite happily
mind
sit for a
Doctor Who every
23
year.
season. 23 episode
but
season.
it's
of
been
Doctor
so sporadic since the specials. Back when it was
Yeah.
David Tennant specials, you've never been able to know when it was going to be. Up until then, up until the first 4 seasons of Doctor Who, you knew when it was, what time of year it was coming out, and you knew it'd run pretty much the whole way through, and then you'd get a Christmas special. Right? That is the way it was. And now, you just don't know when it's going to come out. And the other good shows, like Sherlock, you don't know when they're going to come out. Sherlock at least kind of has an excuse by the fact that its 2 stars are now 2 of the world, and they can only do it when they can do it. Similar with Luther. Like Luther went from having 10 episodes to 6 episodes to 4 episodes, but it's a case of Idris Elba was like, you know, I'm Idris Elba. I don't know whether you've noticed, but I'm in fucking everything now. So
he's Disney's golden boy right now. I think he's been in everything that
What's he
Disney have
doing?
put out.
he was in Jungle Book, and what else is he in? He's in the
Jungle Book,
and
Finding-
Zootopia.
Finding Dory as well.
Yeah. I mean, he was one of the seals, and yeah.
Isn't
So that's
Zootopia?
the last. Yeah, he's in Zootopia. He's one of the main characters. He's the like water buffalo police chief.
Yep, and also
Right, okay.
Dory and
So that's their
Yeah.
last 3 massive releases. He was in every single one of them.
yeah, he's well in with the Disney, and also he is of course part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
In Thor's universe, of course.
He's great as that character. Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I'm
Heimdall.
sure he'll be in Ragnarok. So,
Heimdall,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll 100% be in
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
yeah.
Which is shaping up nicely. by the
So
way.
of course, Luther's only now being able to get done when he's available to do it, which
Yeah.
makes sense. But it doesn't mean you've got to stop that good programming, you know.
no, you just
And the thing I like about Sherlock is you get 3 movies whenever they do it. You get, you know.
split into 3
'Cause-
parts.
Well, no.
Sorry, you get three
three movies.
episodes that are movie length.
Yeah, it's 3 movies,
But,
each
yeah.
time it's
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
3 movies.
So
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
so you can really get your teeth stuck into it, and then because there aren't that many, you think I'll go back and I'll do the others again before I watch those.
Yep. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty
Would
sure
We're
the
due
new
Sherlock this year, aren't we?
one, around Christmas.
Who knows?
Doctor Who's been held off, hasn't it, as a result, so they can get Sherlock done.
Well, no, it was one of the reasons Doctor Who got held back was so they could film Sherlock, because obviously it's the same team doing it. And Moffat needs to hand the reins over for something, not completely, but for some of it. You know, there are people that have been working on Doctor Who for a long, long time that could probably do a very good job. I'm not saying take over
Yeah.
completely, but probably could do a very good job. And Moffat's had a longer run now than Russell T Davies did. And when
Wow.
they handed the reins over, then it's that worked out all right.
Yeah. Really, really well.
So there's got to be a few people out there that like could and want to write Doctor Who.
I reckon you should write some Doctor Who. I
I'd
say
love
this
to
all the
write
time.
some Doctor Who.
I reckon you could write some Doctor Who. You come up with some cracking stories before now. I mean, you've shared on this very podcast.
It helps if you've seen every single episode ever.
See, the thing is, we talked about BBC.
And I mean, I'm going back to, as you well know, that I went back and I started with the old black and white ones.
Fire!
Fire, stone,
Fire!
rock,
Fire!
with the cavemen and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that episode, like, how easy must have that script been to write? Because I think most of that script was fire!
It was hard to get through the first few episodes, honestly. Like, I think that show's great, but going back, trying to get through the first few episodes was really difficult. It's that old, and the difference between TV then and TV now is crazy.
To the point where we knew when they were going to say fire, so we started saying other stuff like buggery!
Yeah.
Just trying to,
But some of the stories in Hartnell stuff was good. But yeah, no, there are great shows out there that they just don't seem to do a lot with, and like Gattis isn't working the whole. Surely Gattis can be trusted to do some Sherlock by himself.
He's really busy right now, though.
I know, but still,
He's starring in stuff and writing in stuff.
he's
And
always doing that.
it's a multitasker, that man.
And you could write the scripts and all the rest of it, but you can get other people to film. You don't have to be there every time. Surely. I'm not saying I don't want them to do it, because I do, but if they haven't got the time, then
We live in the age of technology, though, where rushes can be sent to a laptop.
yeah.
Could be doing other stuff.
Yeah, you could have like daily Skype meetings.
It's one of these conversations where somebody will look up and go, "Oh, if you think you're so good, you do it better." Then, well, this is exactly what we're getting at. Keith will take that opportunity.
Well, we had a problem. We couldn't get all in the same place like we used to. What are we doing? Like, and I hate to ruin a little bit of magic out there, but we are not all in the same room.
No, we aren't.
We're not all in the same city. You know what I mean?
But-
And we're all talking as though we are, and we're able to make this show.
It's possible, people.
Yeah.
It is possible.
It is
But I would like that. I'd like a BBC exec to come up to you and go, "All right, then, Smarty Pants. If you think you're so fucking good, you do it better." Because I think
God,
you'd
yeah.
probably accept that challenge.
Yeah. But the class is starting soon, but and that's starting
yeah.
on BBC Three and then going to BBC One afterwards. I
BBC
think.
Three is online only now, though.
Yeah, so it'll get launched on BBC Three, but it will get showing on BBC One as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, because generally all the spin-offs for Doctor Who so far have been a lot better than anyone ever expected.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Jane Adventures was a really good kids show. It was fantastic,
great.
and would probably still be running if Elizabeth Sladen hadn't sadly passed away. And Torchwood, they still need to finish that properly. It deserves a much better ending than it's currently running on, because they thought they were going to get more series, and then sort of stars sort of backed out. And it was only getting better and better.
And again, some of the cast of that are hugely busy, such as Barrowman and Co.
Yeah. So.
Barrowman now part of the Arrow universe, of course, or Arrowverse.
But he would be Jack again in a heartbeat.
Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He would. It's so close to his own personality. He'd love it.
Are we referring to having sex with anything?
Well, no, because generally he only has sex with
In
men,
part.
doesn't he? So
Oh, I can't join you. Can't find you.
you can't find me. Oh, that's a shame.
Says your session is full. Never mind.
In Need for Speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was going to try and come and destroy his car. But
Why would you destroy the car that
You'd
has
have to-
branding on it?
He would have to catch me first.
Yeah, you'd have to catch him. This I'd love to see. I want to see you catch him. Do that. So, anything else on the TV front? Because we are nearing September.
Really, I'm looking forward to Son of Zorn.
That looks so good.
I'm still waiting to hear when Rick and Morty season 3 will be coming.
Also good.
I'm looking forward to seeing what South Park do again after another Emmy Award-winning season.
Emmy Awards.
Like,
So kids, if you're animating anything and they're saying to you that vulgar dick jokes and over-the-top satire and
South Park
gore
is,
and sex
is
is
South
not
Park's
acceptable.
just a Black Mirror, and it's a necessary one. it's funny, but all it does is it highlights the worst things about humanity.
Yeah, it
And it
does.
says, look, we need to change this. Because, let's face it, this is what people say is disgusting and it's awful, but this is stuff that happens every day.
Mhm.
I was watching an old episode yesterday where it was them taking on shopping networks and online shopping that target older people.
Oh, it's the one where Cartman went on a show.
Oh, he starts his own show.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yep.
They're selling jewellery to senior citizens. And basically, they spend half the time telling these people who are on the other end of these lines that they should kill themselves. You know, you need to put a gun to your temple. You're the scum of the earth. You need to kill yourself. And that's their message. That anybody that preys on old age pensioners and people who can't fend for themselves should, like, obviously contribute nothing to society and should just fuck off. And I think that's unnecessary. If nobody else is telling that story, then I'm glad they are to tell that story. And if they can do it in a humorous manner that causes controversy, then only the better. So,
Wait, hang on a minute. So make sure I've got this straight. They're highlighting the fact that what was it? That's the I think I might have misunderstood this.
I think
That
you
senior
did.
citizens.
Are getting preyed on
Yep.
by salesmen,
Yep.
be it on TV or people turning up at the door, selling
Yep.
shit, taking their money,
Yep.
and that they're the scum of the earth and they should fucking kill themselves.
It's funny, isn't it? How South Park are essentially, at their heart,
You know,
campaigning for the right reasons.
why isn't this a story every day? Why isn't the police doing something physically about this sort of thing?
Or
Why
a
isn't the
governing
government
body.
clapping down on it? You know,
Yeah.
no, it takes a cartoon about like 4 paper cutout kids to actually deal with an issue like that correctly, and then like it gets called controversial. And it's like, well, yeah, but like you'll never take down South Park because they're an equal opportunities offender. People have tried. Some of the biggest people in the world have tried.
Tom
and
Cruise
failed.
being probably one of the most
Tom
famous.
Cruise, Sean Penn. Sean Penn generally was for Team America, but he managed to get nowhere for that. So
Which, didn't you guys watch that again the other night?
I did, yeah, love that movie.
So good.
So yeah, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, anything they do is genius.
Before we move into the next thing, anybody else want to offer any further anything else on
Van
the table
Damme.
for television? Van Damme.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Van
Okay.
Damme.
Yeah. Before we move on, let's go to that.
Yeah, no, I watched Van
Jean-Claude
Damme
Van
Johnson.
Damme.
We're back into Amazon. What they call it? Premiere trials or whatever they call it.
Yeah, they're trialing something and to see whether the public will like it. So you get to put your thumb stamp on it, as it were, if you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. And a show to come out of this is
Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Right. Now that in itself tells me that's going to be amusing.
It is. And it's weird, but it's good with it.
What's it about?
It's
Give me a
weird.
rundown.
Okay, Jean-Claude Van Damme, the reason he has done so many straight-to-DVD awful movies is because at the same time, he was a government-sent Black Ops spy.
Right.
This is the actual premise of this thing. And it's actually starring Jean-Claude Van Damme as himself, but has the code name Johnson.
Right.
So we can only assume other stars are going to turn up as well because they keep talking about this guy Brown, which makes me laugh every time I hear it.
I'm nothing to do with this.
And I'm wondering whether Brown will be Dolph Lundgren
All right,
Yes,
'cause-
that'd be
or someone
amazing.
like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes or something like that. And that isn't a racial slur.
Yeah.
You laughing. He isn't brown, he's black. He never said always bet on Brown.
I didn't go there. I just laughed.
So you went there.
I didn't go there. I
You
was
did.
laughing.
No.
I would have been laughing at your driving.
That was something naughty laugh.
Could have been laughing. Right.
Your something naughty laugh goes like this.
That made me weird.
That's your something naughty laugh.
Okay.
See?
All right. Laugh.
Sound like a pig being squeezed.
Oh, I haven't done that for at least a week.
So yeah, he's been retired as a government agent. That's correct, isn't it? Or whatever what
Yeah.
firm he's working
Yeah.
for. So
Yeah.
he's retired from that and acting, and he decides to go back, and he goes and sees Bill Cosby's wife. I can't think of her name.
Okay.
You know, the one from Creed.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was in absolutely nothing since the Cosby Show, and then like suddenly turned that into like great things.
Yep.
Yeah. So and she's his agent, and he says no, it isn't Van Damme that's coming back. Like Johnson's coming back. And so she goes and sends him off on a mission. And I don't want to give too much away because people should watch it.
Is it as good and as weird and as funny as you're making it sound?
No, it's better than I'm making it sound.
Okay. And how do we watch that?
You go to, if you've got an Amazon Prime account.
And it's on a trial, basically.
Basically, what they do is each year they put up a load of pilot episodes, pilot season.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then you get to vote on it.
Right.
So this year they've got The Tick, and something with Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
Kevin Bacon
the
on a
bacon.
horse.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bacon thing looked really funny.
I was going to watch it, and then it said feminist on the. It did on the description.
And you went.
It said
no,
based. It
I'm not
said
watching
based
that.
on the feminist novel, and I was like, "Well, I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to be preached at."
Okay.
Yeah, but it's Kevin Bacon.
I mean, I'm not a
Kevin Bacon
feminist
and a
icon,
horse.
but I'm not a misogynist either, so I don't need to be preached at. So I was like, okay. I was like, yeah.
You know you're going to have to give it a go for the purposes of...
No, I really don't, because I watched The Tick, and that was good. So 2 out of 3.
You watched 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
Ruben, are you going to take it upon yourself to watch the Kevin Bacon thing? Someone's got to
No,
feedback
looks
on
boring.
that shit.
I'm not watching that.
It's based on a feminist thing. And it's called I Love Dick. Like, it's fucking confusing.
That's it,
dude.
the name. I Love Dick. That was it. Yeah.
How could a feminist thing be called I Love Dick?
I Love Dick, but it's about feminists.
Feminism. Yeah.
Feminists. Right, okay.
I watched the trailer.
Would
and
it have
even
been more
Kirsten
accurate
went, No.
to be called I Love Rug?
No.
No.
No. I love being an independent woman that can fend for herself, and I should be more accurate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Why is that laughable? That's an admirable thing, and it's something that should happen. There should be equal
It should
pay and all the
happen.
rest
No,
of it.
but
But
sorry.
there's you laughing. Women will never get equal pay. That's you.
No, not at all. Not at all. While you were explaining what the title should actually be, I
You hear
was
that
thinking...
first? Joan Brown is a misogynist.
While you were
There you go.
discussing what it should be, in my head all I could think of was a really hairy vagina.
Yeah.
That's why I was laughing.
Okay.
Because I could just think of a
The
hairy
Tick
vagina.
was the other one. All right. So I watched The Tick, and as the resident Tick expert and Tick fan,
I'm not with the whole tick thing.
they got
is
it
your
right.
thing.
They
Okay.
got it absolutely right.
Sarah
I'm
Fernandez.
still not
So-
that fond of the costume. They could have gone a step further, making it. They could have made it a little bit more cartoony. So the great thing about this character, he's oblivious. He doesn't need to look cool or modern day and fit in. He's never going to do that. So they tried to make it like a little bit more shapely, but they could have just gone pure blue spandex with a muscle suit, and it would have been perfectly fine.
But they didn't.
No,
What did they do?
they made it look like armor. You know,
Right.
like they do with every fucking superhero costume, with the exception of Spider-Man. And let's face it, the Spider-Man costume looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Ditko eyes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you know, Deadpool and Spider-Man are probably the closest costumes to the originals currently on the screen today. Well, that and the Batman outfit that Affleck wore in Batman vs Superman, that's pretty close to the Dark Knight Returns vision from Frank Miller, in fairness.
Mm-hmm.
But
One good thing to
generally,
come out of BVS.
they're all a million miles away in movies, aren't they? Like from where the costume starts. I mean, the DC TV stuff kind of gets it a little bit closer
Yep.
than they ever do with that. So, but I digress. With the Tick and his character and all the rest of it, they could have gone a little bit more cartoonish. Peter Serafinowicz is genius in this. He's basically doing the voice from the cartoon series, which is fantastic. He's a great voice artist, and it's great. I think Jackie O'Haley was in it as well. Difficult
was.
to tell under all that makeup. But he seems to be in everything again recently. which is good because more Jackie Earle Haley. Like,
Yep, we like Jackie Earle Haley.
he's brilliant. I mean, I was just trying to think about this. How many comic book things has he done now?
I know he's in Watchmen, wasn't he?
Yeah, and
Played Freddy Krueger as well.
he was in Watchmen. It's not.
It's not a comic, but no. But he also played
Human
Freddy Krueger.
Target. He was in that because that's a DC property.
Yep, that was
Um,
good.
Preacher. And now The Tick, and I'm pretty sure
yeah.
there's something else as well. So he seems to be getting about a bit.
He loved a DC.
Yeah. So basically, I watched 2 of the 3, and I didn't watch the Kevin Bacon thing. And I
Okay.
have no
Someone
interest
needs
in
to
it.
watch Kevin Bacon.
The description of it. I just read the description honestly and thought, no.
Ruben, can you get your wife to watch it?
But I'm hoping
No,
this means
'cause
Sneaky
as I
Pete will
said
be out
before,
soon.
she watched the trailer and went, no.
Oh, did she? Even well, okay.
Yeah.
So even
Yeah.
a female went no.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Sneaky Pete will be out soon because that was on the pilot season last year. And
That'd be
was-
good.
That was fantastic. More Giovanni Ribisi is never a bad thing. So Giovanni Ribisi and Bryan Cranston, so
Can't go wrong with that.
no, not at all.
Before we, oh look, time is flying. Before we do that, movie time.
Movie time.
Movie time. You just reminded me of movies. Actually, I was thinking Ribisi and Public Enemies was on the other night. I saw that
Yeah.
again.
I saw Sausage Party.
You saw it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I thought it was great. Ruben, you should never watch it.
Okay.
'Cause really, no.
But it looks
Like,
so funny.
Oh yeah, you'll be right there until the end, and then you might have gone, yeah, that's a step too far for me. I'm walking out.
Right. Okay.
Really?
Right. That
The
Yeah.
conservative one for us. Even like I was like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck is happening now?
Which is pretty much the line from the trailer.
They weren't talking about that.
Okay. So they go there.
Oh no, god, they crossed so many barriers in the last 10 minutes of the movie. It... I couldn't just get my head around it. I don't want to spoil it at all, but anybody out there who's seen Sausage Party knows the last 10 minutes of that movie, and it was literally like nothing I have ever seen on film before.
okay. I see
right,
you
so
trying to dance around.
The bottom line here is that this has shocked the unshockable Keith Salch.
Yeah, it caught me off
Yeah.
guard for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
Wow.
out of left field as well. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, it just all happens. Everything just happens.
Okay.
Like, but no, the movie is funny
Interested.
and it is disturbing, and then it gets really, really, really funny and really, 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 really disturbing.
Okay.
Wow.
I really want to
What a
see
lot
it
of
now.
rallies.
I really want to see it. It opens here in the UK. I understand the guys in the US have got it already. Is that
Yeah.
right? It opens here in the UK on Friday. I am very much looking forward to it. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. That's coming out this Friday, the 2nd of September. That'll be this Friday, won't it?
Yeah.
That's happening. Also, 5 movies, depending on when you listen to this, 5 movies appeared in UK cinemas over the last
many?
few days. 5. There were 5 movies.
Five for
Bank
five for
bank
five for
holiday
five
though,
for
isn't it? In
five
the
for
United
drive for
Kingdom.
five for drive.
Bank holiday.
Drive for
Bank
five.
holiday today, if you're listening, actually. Back to the podcast. So, 5 movies are out there in UK cinemas. Sausage
What
Party,
are they?
obviously,
Tell us.
is the other
Tell us
movie
what
that's
they
coming
are.
this Friday. The first one I'm going to get out of the way because I haven't seen it. No one's seen it. As of yet. Mechanic Resurrection. Although I think
it's going to be a steaming pile of shit.
do you think so? Do you think
Really?
that's why nobody's
No.
seen it?
Yeah. No, the
Don't
first
say
one.
that.
The first one,
Ah.
I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I watched
it
it
was
again last
so much
Yeah.
better than I thought it was going to be.
It's a
Uh,
remake, isn't it, of a Charlie Bronson movie?
Yeah,
is that
it
right?
is. It's a remake, and it's
Yeah.
a good one. Everybody puts in some good performances, but I really like Transporter. Transporter 2 happened.
Yeah, see, Transport 2 is the weakest of the 3, I
that's
think.
True.
Statham doesn't do sequels well,
Okay.
and generally,
Oh, yeah, Expendables 2. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually.
I just got a feeling it's going to be a steaming pile. Like if we're going to go back to my tradition of predicting, it's going to be a big letdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's been shrouded in quite a lot of secrecy.
Because the first one was a good movie that had some action in it. This one looks like an action movie.
Oh, it looks like non-stop action. But then trailers can lie to us.
True.
They have done.
True. But
I don't
let's
know.
assume they're showing us the best bits.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm really keen and curious and interested in it. I do really want to see it. Hasn't been as of the time of this recording anyway. We've not seen it as yet. We'll get back to you next week. I'm going to endeavour to venture out. Ruben, I know you're definitely gunning for this one, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going on Friday.
You actually
so-
going? Okay, so at least one of our party will be able to feedback on next week's podcast as to whether or not Keith was right on whether or not it was a steaming pile of shit. The other 4 movies, just race through these very quickly. Bad Mums also came out this weekend.
Yeah,
Now, Keith and I have both seen this.
Yeah, I didn't think much of it. There were some definite laugh out loud moments. I'll give it that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
but it kind of felt like a not as good version of This Is 40 in a lot of ways.
it's a lot shorter than This Is 40.
It's-
But yeah, it was a good premise, like completely misdelivered.
yeah. So, in a very basic, Mila Kunis is.
And this brings us something else for trailers. Just because it's got a red band trailer, people, doesn't mean it's going to be particularly raunchy as a movie.
No.
It just means they're going to show you the best bits. It's going to show you
So
the
she's
funniest
kinda-
bits. It's going to show you the bits with some naughty words. And then that gives you a whole bad idea about the movie. A red band trailer used to mean this film is going to be fucked up. And that doesn't mean that anymore.
No, it doesn't. And
Nah.
and therein lies the problem
We
with it.
saw the trailer for Bad Mums and we thought, wow, that looks fantastic.
And
But
I think it
really
under-delivers.
wasn't. It really wasn't all that good.
It spends half its time kind of in this really sweet kind of Disney family mum trying to do the best she can kind of place, and then the other half of the movie trying to be a the female
frat
equivalent of a frat party and dick and balls jokes, as we say.
Yeah.
But then it's like 2 of these movies have just been sort of sandwiched together, and I was very confused as to whether or not to feel heartwarming or laugh out loud, and that's the problem. When it goes there on a melodramatic level, it's very sweet and
There's a moment where Wanda Sykes is in it, and like her joke was so predictable. The second they stepped into that cliched fucking marriage counselling office,
okay,
I knew that joke was coming. Again, not to spoil anything.
right.
No,
Predictability is a big problem for that movie, I think, as well.
it's so formulaic.
You can predict quite a lot that happens, so I'm just getting the negatives out of the way. I wasn't sure whether I was looking at, like you say, a frat party comedy or a family movie about a woman trying to, make it work, and the moral and everything that's involved. Again, no spoilers. Jada Pinkett Smith. What was the point of her?
So I was talking about Jada Pinkett Smith the other day. Do you remember Jada Pinkett Smith in the late 80s and early 90s? Do you remember how she used to be a good actress?
She was brilliant.
Right. When did she forget how to fucking act? Because I was watching a couple of episodes of Gotham season 2 just to catch up ready for season 3, and they brought back Fish fucking Mooney.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who is one character that's
Yeah.
definitely not going to end up Batman canon. You know what I mean?
no.
Yeah.
So she isn't Batman canon. And when we're talking about a rogues gallery, not many people have as big a rogues gallery than people that have tromped through Gotham at some time or another. So to bring her back, and I was like, I've really enjoyed this. Oh no, this season was ended with Fish Mooney, and now she's got superpowers. But she just hams up the screen anything she's on.
I don't understand. But again, she
good in The
was
Matrix.
brilliant. I'm completely agreeing with
Yeah.
you. She was brilliant. And what happened to her? And the thing is, she's married to such a spectacularly talented, funny, brilliant, positive, professional, just an absolute legend. You would have thought that some of that rubbed off on her. Not don't go there.
Well, it doesn't seem to do that for the family because you've seen The Karate Kid, right?
It's not even karate, it's fucking kung fu.
It's kung fu. But well, what was the point of her character? This is the problem. She's a great actress. Why is she?
No,
That
she
could have been
was a
played-
great actress. Big difference.
What? Anybody could have played that character. Anybody.
No one should have played that character.
Christina Applegate,
Christina Applegate is like as good as she always is.
deliciously,
Wicked.
just like wicked in this
Yeah.
movie. She's got the whole wicked evil bitch thing. Just
Kristen
nailed.
Bell, like fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, as always. Mia Kunis, great as always. But the problem is the script just isn't there,
Catherine Hahn steals the movie for me.
as she so often does.
So good. She's
What else has
for
she
me
been in?
is the provider of all the comedy in the movie. Just really, really funny.
Think of a comedy that's had like a funny female in it.
And she's been in it.
She's been in it.
Yeah.
She was also in Newsroom
Okay.
as well, like for a few episodes.
Oh,
She
really?
needs-
Oh,
she-
exactly who I thought it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
needs.
the one that had a gun in her purse in Newsroom.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so now you know what I'm on about.
Yeah, she needs to. She needs to be a lead. Really.
Yeah.
But not. And the thing about it also is that in the beginning, Kunis's character is trying really, really hard to do the best that she can, and it's almost metaphorical in that she's she's trying really, really hard to make this movie work, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out. So we'll move on from that quickly. 2 out of 5. I'm going with that.
I agree with that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Other than that, the Purge election year, amazingly good. Enjoyed it so much. Pleasantly surprised.
Did not expect you.
Did
to
not
say
expect a
You're
third
gonna
movie
die.
to
I
to
didn't
be
expect
so
that.
strong,
Isn't it a
consistent.
fourth movie?
No, it's the
Isn't it
third.
the fourth?
I thought it was
No.
the fourth.
Is it the fourth?
Well, there've been loads. Yeah, I think it's the fourth.
I'm pretty certain it's the third. Hang on a minute. Very quickly.
I'll check. You carry on.
No, I've got production notes. I've got them here. Still got them.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm pretty certain it is. The Purge and the Purge Anarchy were the previous 2.
Okay.
So it is the third.
Okay.
For a third movie. Really, really good. Really strong. Frank Grillo's in it, as you know, probably more recently as Crossbones.
Yeah, and
It's-
starring in Kingdom.
And yeah, just brilliant. Love him. Love everything he's in. It's got a great cast. Mykelti Williamson is on form in this movie.
Whoa.
Really,
So
really
it's
great.
really that good. Wow.
Yeah, I really liked it. Strong 4 out of
That's
5. I'm
surprising.
giving that.
I just had a truck just drop out of the air.
Really enjoying it. Also out, Popstar Never Stop Stopping came out.
Love this movie.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, again, 4.
4 out of 5 again.
Yeah, no, it's so funny. Give this a watch. If you want some good pure humour and some funny music, give this movie a watch.
It's very simple. Like Lonely Island. If you love the Lonely Island guys,
If you love Lonely Island, you like Hot Rod and things like that.
You'll love
SNL
this.
and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you're going to love this movie.
hilarious mockumentary. Go see it. Very, very funny. 4 out of 5. And my movie of the week, personally, is War Dogs because it's stunning. It's come above and beyond, I think, the best out of all the movies that are released on this week's slate, maybe even this month. I really, really enjoyed it. Can't wait to watch it again. Solid 5 out of 5 for War Dogs. Jonah Hill, Miles Teller. They are fantastic in it, and it's based on a true story, directed by Hangover director Todd Phillips, and it's based on a true story about two 20-somethings that end up with a government contract to supply arms to the US military by lowballing their nearest competition
You
by
can't
about
make it up, people.
by about $53 million. And of course, their supplies aren't coming from entirely legal places, and all the fun that ensues around that. And it's a true story. As I say, truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
They go through all kinds of crazy and millionaires essentially. Very, very funny, very gritty. It's very dark in places.
Oh, it's bound to be.
Very dark,
Like,
but
do you
very,
remember
very...
Lords of War? Lord of War with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar premise. Again, I think that was kind of based on a true story as well, and that was funny
Yeah,
but
it
dark
was.
as well.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
That's a solid. So, Ruben,
Mm.
do you really want to go see Mechanic? You should go see War Dogs.
Is it actually out this Friday then?
War Dogs is out
War
on
Dogs.
Friday. I can guarantee you. I can't promise you that Mechanic is going to be worth your cash because I haven't seen it. I can't say. However, I can promise you that you'll get your money's worth from War Dogs and anyone else that's listening.
On the flip side, it'd be good for our podcast next week if you do.
It
go to
would
the
if you do.
Mechanic and it
If
is a
not, I'm gonna
partnership.
go. I'm gonna try it anyway. I will go and give Mechanic a look anyway. So don't worry. I'll got
Okay,
you back.
but you guys know that I actually do like quite a bit of rubbish occasionally. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed
No, no,
Underworld.
No, that's good.
Right,
You should
so-
still go. I'm just saying.
There's room for rubbish. There definitely is room
Yeah.
for rubbish. I own some shocking shit, but I still kind of like it. There's a place for it in my heart.
Yeah.
Arnie's career was based on such things.
What shocking shit?
80s action movies, they're terrible.
Get down.
Yeah, Commando is not a good movie.
Oh
but,
no, it's not.
No, it's
but
not.
at the same time, Commando is an awesome fucking movie.
I saw it again recently.
Yeah.
The movie is just one liner
It's just
after
popped
one
back up.
liner.
It's just popped up on Netflix in the UK. Commando.
It's just. It's the entire script is made of
Did you
one
know
liners.
that Commando is written by the guy that's currently working on and writing all the Marvel TV series stuff.
Oh, really?
It's Jeff Loeb, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There you go. Little
Oh, it's come a long way.
little thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens
Thanks for
at
that,
the end of
trivia.
Sausage Party now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be told. I want to
Can't
see.
wait. Can't wait for Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is going to be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's soon, isn't
But
it?
I'm curious because nothing ever shocks Keith.
No, seriously. Like, everyone should go and see this movie next week except Ruben. And do not under any circumstances think that this is a cartoon. This movie is okay for my kids. I promise you, this movie is not okay for your kids.
No.
It's not okay for anyone's kids. It's barely okay for teenagers.
I
Honestly think it should be an 18.
And what I love about Sausage Party as well recently is every time we go to a screening and they play an R-rated Sausage Party trailer on the beginning of the movie.
What's it getting over here at 15?
I think so.
15.
I love
Yeah.
gauging people's responses to the trailer every time I sit. They play the trailer. There's new people I haven't seen before in the auditorium, and I love getting people's responses and the shock when the trailer makes that about turn.
All right, so 15. All right, 15 is
Before we go, shall
is
I just check?
kind of okay. I wouldn't recommend seeing it to anybody younger than that.
Okay, I'm going to check. Before we go, very quickly, I'm going to check.
Really,
I don't.
I
Let's
don't.
ask the
often-
BBFC.
Oh my god, it was funny.
Let's have a look.
Well, Keith, considering Suicide Squad was a 15 and Sausage Party is a 15.
Not even. It's because it's a cartoon. You can get away with more. That's why like a lot of South
Okay.
Parks have been.
I have the
South Park
BBFC release
is
list.
a 15, you know, and
Here we
Rick
go.
and Morty is a 15. You can get away with more, but they go further than any of these other things ever have.
Popstar got a 15. Mechanic got a 15. None of these things had ratings when they were screened to me, so it's interesting. Oh no! Come on, show up. Right, let me just look it up. I think it is a 15, but let's just double check. Sausage Party. Sausage Party BBFC. See what comes up in this search engine. There's only one search engine. It's called Google.
Yeah, let's face it.
Other search engines are just dog shit. Well, okay, so the trailer. No. Okay, main feature. Here we go.
Okay,
88 minutes 6 seconds with a certificate of 15.
15.
As classified the BBFC by Columbia Pictures. Sony obviously releasing that movie here on the 2nd of September in the UK. If USA guys, you've already got it, go and see it. Yeah.
They've had it for ages.
Yeah, quite some time.
Yeah.
We get it, as I say, this week. Go see it. It shocked Keith Souch. Nothing shocks Keith Souch. So that alone makes me want to prioritise the next available screening. That I'm going to go check that out this week. I will let you know. Are you fully expecting me to come back next week going, oh my god? Because that's probably what's going to happen. Because if it shocked him, it's definitely going to shock me. Will I need a bucket?
No,
Okay, it's
No.
not like that.
no.
I'm not going to keep prizing you. I don't want you to tell me, but I do, in a way. But I'm not going to. Anyway,
Okay.
thank you very much for joining us this week. You can, of course,
Follow us
Follow
on-
us on
A horse?
YouTube,
On Twitch.
on Twitch. Okay, start with Twitch. Go with it.
Twitch.tv/TGS_SOCUK, as you can also see on the screen in front of you.
Twitter.com/SOCUK_TGS or at SOCUK_TGS.
Or YouTube.com/C/SOCUK-TGS.
Or search for us on Facebook, SOCUK-TGS. Please follow us, not literally, online. Like, share, subscribe, retweet. All of those wonderful things. We appreciate your support. Thank you for listening. We will try not to do anything untoward with your nan,
Yeah.
although we can't promise anything.
Okay. I'm going to finger your
I like
cat.
badges.
What?
Just going to stick my fingers right in it.